You know what I realized? This is less of just explaining our builds and more of just a podcast.
Alright, so we're here doing another Minecraft build, Jack. Right?
Well, you are. I'm just going to be watching and making fun of it.
Yeah, you will be.
Oh.
So this is
Hey, look, a citadel.
Yeah, this is my citadel. It's very big, much bigger than the old one, and I got a little path built around it. And we're not obviously it's already built, so that's not what we're building today.
No, we aren't.
And before you ask, no, this is not Pimp My Citadel either.
No, it's Pimp. What is it? Is it Pimp My Nether Realm, perhaps?
No, we're done with the pimping for now. We'll do a little quick tour.
Oh, hey, look.
That's
Hey, Enderman.
Yeah, that's one of my guards. That's Carl.
Carl, huh?
And that's Steve.
And that's Steve.
Steve and Carl.
Steve and Carl.
Ender guards.
That's nice.
We'll do a little tour of the inside before we get to what we're actually building, because we haven't done any tours of anything yet. That's my library in stark contrast with the one in your ship.
What? Oh, hey, look. That's a nice portrait.
Yeah, that's my TV.
That's a TV. Some TV. It only you can only play Donkey Kong on it, I guess.
Well, it's better than nothing. Sorry, the portals here kind of distort time a little bit.
And oh, hey, look, it's a bed, and that's your black cat.
Yes, that's my kitty cat. I got a farm in this end because I'm lazy, and we got the guest rooms.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Is it only open from one side?
Yes, it only opened from one side. I had a zombie pigman wander in, and he was in this one, but I don't know where he went to, so I guess it's unoccupied now. But I'm gonna be building a nether house because I'm such a philanthropist that I need a house in both dimensions.
In the hell dimension.
Yes. So this is I made the portal, and I calculated the coordinates, and this is where I popped out. So this is what I have to work with.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like much.
Yeah, and I'm halfway in the ceiling, so I have to work with what I'm given. I had a lot of trouble with the portal because for some reason it was just very, very finicky, very laggy, and I kept being sucked back in between dimensions like a vacuum cleaner.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, so you go on top of the realm.
Well, of course we have our meeting up top. So there's gonna have to be some kind of pathway up to above the bedrock in the Nether. That's the special district of Jacksville.
Yes. A district of pure torment.
Yes. We'll build you something. Maybe a hellish pirate ship floating on lava. How's that sound?
Oh, I don't want to friggin' build anything in here. Do you know why?
Why?
You know what kind of people live in hell?
Lawyers?
Weird people. Well, that too, but there's this tale of these guys. This one guy in particular who notoriously has pins in his head. Let's call him Pinhead.
I've heard of this gentleman.
And he's a kinky bastard from the hell dimension.
You don't say.
And yes, and he's a member of this sex cult called the Cenobites. Demons to some, angels to others, or the other way around. I don't know.
It feels like a group that I should be participating in.
Oh no, you don't. Their idea of a good time is putting flesh hooks in you and tearing your skin off.
Yeah, so Saturday nights.
Yeah, I'd rather go to a more badass afterlife like Valhalla. They probably have some good architecture there.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Speaking of
you get to fight.
Speaking of Valhalla and warriors, you were talking about your next solo play idea. and you didn't like that I said that Raiden wasn't as badass in the same way that you thought he was. That his badassness was superficial.
Well, I mean, you had a point by saying that every.
Go on.
You mentioned that. Oh, whoa.
Oh yeah, there's a. I played this.
Music.
I haven't played this in so long. I forgot how cool the music got at times. There's got some pretty good music in this game.
Yeah, it gets pretty cool. Like the music.
So anyway, Raiden, I said that his badassness was superficial because you could make absolutely anyone a cyborg ninja with a sword that slashes people in half, and it's instant badass. There's no real skill to it.
Well, I mean, you could make somebody a cyborg technically by just chopping off their arms and replacing them with sporks. So no, it's not. That takes some skill to make somebody badass.
I guess.
Like a certain scientific skill.
But I mean,
scientific,
yeah, but I mean for game making purposes. You could take Steve Irkle, give him an electric katana, and he'd be pretty awesome.
I'd play that version of Metal Gear Rising, honestly.
As would I.
So, in the normal version of Minecraft, you're not actually able to get rid of bedrock like this.
Well, it's netherrack.
So.
But bedrock, no.
So, I guess this would be impossible, technically. This is an impossible build.
Yeah, in survival mode it is. In the sense that you couldn't build something up to the bedrock, but otherwise it's possible. Extremely dangerous, though. I wouldn't recommend building something like this, on a little platform above a giant sea of lava.
No, that'd probably not be wise. Unless you want to build like some kind of altar to sacrifice people to.
And even then it'd be quite dangerous.
I want to sacrifice somebody to the altar so that I can get a giant cyborg body.
You think there are better things to implore the gods for, maybe?
Like what? Immortality? That shit's overrated.
Yeah, true.
Because if I can't die, then I can't go to Valhalla.
You think there was ever a Satanist who joined the cult or religion or whatever because he wanted to solve world hunger?
What?
Like he legitimately thought.
Like.
Yeah, people join because they think they're going to get something from the devil, right? What if he had?
Well, the devil is
What if he had noble
The devil
goals?
works in mysterious ways. Like, well, the thing is that in Christianity there were some schools of thought that the devil wasn't really this fallen angel. He was really he was more like God's prosecutor.
Yeah, you've mentioned this.
Yeah, I like that interpretation that the devil is just kind of like God's CPA in a way.
So he's Hades, but not Disney Hades.
Not Disney Hades, who's a complete and utter asshole. The Disney Hades that's he just has a job to do. And the thing is with Hades is that the Disney version of frickin' Hercules, Zeus was kind of a decent person and Hades was a dick, when it was the other way around.
Oh yes, very much so.
Oh yeah, Zeus is an asshole.
You know that movie was so inaccurate that it was banned in Greece?
I heard of this. I didn't know it was banned. I just know that they hated it.
Well, I don't know if I'd say banned, but it was so poorly received that the ratings board or whoever was in charge of it made them rename it to The Myth of Heracles.
Heracles. Chinese knock. Disney made a movie so inaccurate they called it freaking Chinese knockoff Hercules.
Actually, I think that was his real name in Mythos, but yeah, the Greece hated it.
Yeah. Then again, right now the Greece hate all minorities, so
Greece?
Yeah, Greece.
They're wasn't it?
This group. Greece, yeah. There was a musical called Grease.
So that's probably a different.
And it was
Greece.
a musical. Yes. There's no John Travolta in a toga. that I know of, singing about how.
I'd watch it.
Shit, I don't know any musical. John Travolta in a toga.
Yeah.
Present day John Travolta in a
Grease
toga.
lightning.
Not John Travolta.
No, that's what Zeus would throw.
Grease lightning.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing. So Zeus is actually a freaking tunnel snake from the 50s.
A tunnel snake.
He's wearing a leather jacket. That's that 50s greaser gang from Fallout 3.
I've never played this.
Tunnel
so I wouldn't
snakes
know.
rule. The tunnel snakes, yeah, they were like this greaser gang who were living in a vault in post-apocalyptic 50s America.
Hmm.
Yeah. And like they were at some point they were harassing this woman, and she was like you tunnel snakes, you leave me alone. And he's like, I can show you a real tunnel snake.
But
Yep. Is there a baby crying?
That is what
I just
that's
haven't
what
noticed
ghasts
that.
sound like.
That's creepy.
Maybe they're dead babies.
That's creepier.
Maybe that's what ghasts are. I don't know.
You would know what dead babies sound like.
Yeah, that leads us to something else we're gonna have to play one of these days.
Yeah, fortunately I own both of those games, so we're good.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
what were you talking about? Something about Greece.
Greece and Zeus.
Zeus being an
Greece,
asshole.
Zeus, and yeah, they made Magic the Gathering. They had a set for Zeus, and the Zeus counterpart for that set, it was a total dick. He was like the god of the sun, light, and breakfast. I'm not making that up. He was god of breakfast.
I don't disapprove. Have a god of breakfast. Has he been in a Jack in the Box ad yet?
No.
They could use him.
The thing is that the guy's name is Helios, by the way. Helios, he'd be such a dick that he'd probably show up for this amount, and then before they would do the shooting, he'd suddenly demand more money.
Oh, I thought
that's the kind of dick we're talking about.
I thought we were still talking about Zeus. Zeus was the god of breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Honestly, it was Hellenistic culture. I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
Oh, so he's still functionally Zeus, but he's called Helios in the Magic set.
Yeah. And as usual, the Hades analog is a pretty nice guy.
Disney villainifies everything. They need to grasp for a villain in every movie, obviously, because there's evil and there's Disney evil.
Yeah, there's Disney, mwahaha, I want to conquer the world evil. Like, and then there's just the kind of evil which is more low-key. Like, I hated Home on the Range, but at least that guy is evil. Like, it wasn't more evil as it was, hey, I just want to make a quick buck by taking all these farms and selling it back to them. That's the kind of evil I would understand.
Yeah, I made you watch that movie. I told you it was probably the most generic Disney movie I could think of, and you weren't sure what I meant. And then you watched it, and immediately after you told me that, you understood exactly what I meant.
Yes. And the thing is, though, is that at the end of the day, we were both even, because that day I made you watch One Magic Christmas.
Yes, you did.
And to be fair, I actually think you got off a bit lighter, because at least that movie had stuff going on.
I guess. Maybe I'm just better at bringing the comedy than you. Uh-oh.
You called that woman oh look, you're making stairs.
Yeah, I was gonna make a staircase up, but there's a obsidian here. So that's kind of ugly. So now I have to reconsider. I guess we'll fill all this in again.
Couldn't you just remove the obsidian and... Oh wait, no, that was part of the portal, wasn't it?
Yeah, that would destroy it.
Oh. Yeah. Oh well.
The One Magic Christmas and Home on the Range we made each other watch. That was part of our revenge set because we make each other watch movies that we know the other is going to hate.
It's every time I go and visit you, we do that. It's our tradition.
We what were some of the others? There was We're Back I made you watch.
And that was Revenge for Inception, which I didn't understand because I legitimately liked that movie. I'm like, hey, I'll make you watch that. It'll be fun. And you're like,
meh.
You were confused the entire movie.
I don't remember it that well enough to say, honestly.
The thing is that you're just not really you're not really a movie person. You're more of an animated film person, not a live action person.
Animated films aren't movies.
There are I'm sorry. I can't hear you over the sound of Ghibli.
Meh.
Anyway,
so I'm building down again. Or I'm building down for the first time, I guess, because I couldn't build up.
You're building down.
Yeah.
So so you're gonna put some stairs in there? Yep.
Yeah.
The baby shit is creepy. So there's this train of thought that people would go to hell, and it's actually like a really nice place to live and visit.
Crap.
For some reason. What'd you do?
There's Obsidian. I can't go anywhere.
Yeah, you got dealt a shit hand, it seems like.
Yeah, there's no covering that. So I'll have to come up with yet another thing to do here. Get rid of all these stairs again. So what were you saying about hell being a nice place?
There's like this theory that Satan was actually a misjudged and a pretty nice guy. Like he got pissed off by the whole Left Behind books, and as revenge, rather than making hell bad for everybody who wasn't a Christian, he only made it bad for those who were like complete dicks.
I mean, I guess that's fair that someone would be pissed off about Left Behind.
Oh, people are pissed off about, I think, both movies. About the older ones and then the newer one with Nicolas Cage.
There's a remake.
Yeah, and it stars Nicolas Cage, who did it specifically because they were offering him money to do it, because he got fucked over with taxes.
This is the first I've heard about it. I guess Ghost Rider and the Wicker Man didn't have anything to do with his financial issues.
That was a long time ago. Like,
yeah, that's true.
I think the reason is this happened before with another guy, Wesley Snipes. He forgot to like claim some stuff on his like tax returns, and then the IRS fucked him out of a whole bunch of money. And then and the thing is that the difference between Nicolas Cage and Wesley Snipes is that Nicolas Cage didn't contest it and Wesley Snipes did, and Wesley Snipes was sentenced to like white collar prison for resisting them.
So Nicolas Cage just said fuck it and is trying to get his money back.
Oh yeah, and his method of doing that was to this is a very ominous music for the story.
Yeah, it is.
His method of doing that was to freaking act in a former Kirk Cameron movie about the Rapture.
Is that better or worse than Ghost Rider?
It's worse.
Yeah. People complain about Ghost Rider a lot. I actually liked it. At least relative to other superhero movies.
Ghost Rider, yeah, it had a very interesting concept, like a devil's bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Just like, some asshole souls just escaped. I need you to come and fix it. Oh, and guess what? You have the ability to turn into a vengeful spirit. So
when's Spider-Man
good luck
12
with that.
Coming out again?
I don't know. It's not 12. There's like the 6th one is gonna come out whenever it comes out.
Yeah, I know.
There's like, oh yeah, the original Spider-Man trilogy. Then you have the Amazing Spider-Man trilogy.
I've not seen any of the amazing ones.
No, neither have I. Don't. I refuse to see them because they... I don't know. I don't know why they decided to restart the trilogy again.
Maybe they needed Green Goblin alive again.
I don't think they used Green Goblin in the newer ones. They used some guy who can transform his body into electricity for the second one. I think the only reason they did it because the original writers completely forgot about Gwen Stacy.
Who?
Exactly. I mean, everybody knows Mary Jane as Peter Parker's girlfriend, and oh, what are you doing here? You're hacking the Nether?
Yeah. I didn't want to fill them in manually.
That made sense.
So I'm building. I'm just making ladders. The stairs didn't work. I was defeated by stairs. It is preferable to being defeated by flowers, I guess. I mean, there are a lot of people defeated by stairs. Fat people, mostly.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. So where was I?
You were talking about
so yeah,
Gwen something? Gwen Stefani?
Gwen Stacy. Gwen...
At the very least, we can appreciate that she wasn't Mary Jane in the Spider-Man movies, right?
Yeah, in the new Spider-Man movies, she wasn't. Except this is no spoiler because this. Oh, so you're making another set of stairs over there?
No. That's just what happens when you hold down the place button.
Very weird.
With Mary Jane, she ain't no hollow back girl.
But yeah, Gwen Stacy dies horribly in the comics, and she dies horribly in the movie.
Who? Oh, Gwen Stacy's a character.
Yes!
I thought she was the actress who played Mary Jane.
No!
So Gwen Stacy is the girlfriend in the Amazing Spider-Man movies?
Yes, and she was the girlfriend of Peter Parker before Mary Jane in the comics.
Okay, so Amazing Spider-Man is like a flashback?
It's a prequel. Or except that would make sense because
he gets his powers in the original Spider-Man movie.
I don't know. The fucking superhero movies are so pretentious nowadays.
Comics don't give a shit about their canon. There's so many authors jumping around, so many alternate universes.
Yeah, and when a comic company does start to give a shit about their canon, fucking the shit that's going on in DC happens.
What's going on in DC?
That's very sinister. DC sucks right now. That's what's going on.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't doubt you. I filled in my portal, so I'm having to rebuild it. I'll wait to reactivate it until later. I mean, I grabbed my flint and steel, but then I had second thoughts because, you know, time warp.
But yeah.
So yeah, superheroes don't make sense.
They made fucking Harley Quinn a whore for no reason.
In what? In DC in general?
And yeah, the original Harley Quinn was like Joker's
psychiatrist,
right-hand girl.
Well,
yeah, it was a former psychiatrist who turned into a villainess, and now they just made her a crazy whore for no reason. Or
maybe they thought that would be appealing somehow. Oh look, a pigman.
Well, it's not appealing for the people who follow the.
No, it's not.
You know what comic is actually pretty good that has its own storyline and ended right when it should have?
What's that?
Preacher.
Preacher?
Yeah, it's about a guy who's like a priest who attains the Word of God power, which is essentially like a multiple use Gios that he can use by voice command.
Oh.
And
okay, so it's mind control.
And he Essentially he told like this corrupt sheriff to go fuck himself, and he literally tore his dick off and shoved it up his ass.
Sounds extremely pleasant. Is this by the same author as Spawn?
No, not Todd McFarlane. Shit, I can't remember his name, but I think he also. No, he didn't. I don't think he worked on The Boys. But yeah, Preacher is hilarious, and I kind of want them to do like an animated adaptation on it, but at the same time, I can understand why they won't be able to.
I'd be interested to see him meet with Preacher from Twisted Metal Black. That'd be.
They might be the same person, you don't know.
Yeah, they
Twisted
might be.
Metal Black.
If there were I don't think there was ever a Twisted Metal comic book, but if there were, it'd be done by Dark Horse, and there should be.
Probably get the person who wrote The Boys to work on that.
The Boys.
And I can't. It's a anti-superhero comic where all the superheroes are all like corrupt and lazy, and the CIA backed like a anti-capes team to essentially kill all the superheroes.
Isn't that kind of like Watchmen?
No.
The Incredibles?
Watchmen's much lighter. Incredibles is far more lighter, and the superheroes come back.
Yeah, that is true.
We're talking about.
I'm being invaded.
We're talking about superheroes that are rapists in that. What? Wow. Pig zombies.
Anyway, yeah, that's pretty bad for superheroes, I guess. You think there'd be a superhero like that? Rape Man? Da-da-da-da.
He'd be a villain, obviously, not a hero.
Well, what if he only raped selectively?
Then he'd still be a horrible person. Like,
even if it was just Harley Quinn?
Dude, don't even fucking joke about that.
But she's a whore now. She'd enjoy it, right?
Fuck DC.
Yeah.
I have this friend from. I have this friend of work who's a comic book artist. He hates DC right now.
But not Marvel.
And well, the thing is that Marvel's doing some really good movies, and I don't know how their comics are doing right now. Marvel's owned by Disney, and Disney has quality control, kinda.
I guess. I haven't even heard anyone talk about Marvel comics since I don't know when.
Well, the thing is that DC, I don't think has ever, like, in the past, like, 10 years, has ever had a really good movie. They tried to do that whole Justice League setup with, like, Superman and Man of Steel, but that didn't really work out. They had Green Lantern. That didn't really work out.
Yeah, I was surprised that they haven't done a Justice League movie since the success of the Avengers.
It's kind of bad when DC is coming off with their movies as like Chinese knockoff Marvel.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
we were talking about the Spider-Man double trilogy earlier, and that's something I could see them doing with the Dark Knight trilogy is revamping it, because they killed Joker in the first one. They can't keep him dead. He has to be back at some point.
And in the Dark Knight movies?
Yeah.
No, they didn't kill him. The actor who played him died.
He didn't die in the movie? I mean, I know his actor died.
No, he didn't die in the movie.
Huh.
No, he didn't die in the movie. No,
it's been a long time since I've seen
He
Dark
left
Knight.
him alive. Yeah. No, he was alive at the very end, and I assume he escaped with everybody else when Bane like freed him from Arkham Asylum or whatever.
Is that in the second one?
That was in the third one, Bane.
Oh yeah, I
forgot
Bane,
about. He wore a.
Yeah, I forgot about Rises, or Batman Begins. That was the first one, right?
Batman Begins was the first one, but Bane was in the third one, Dark Knight Rises.
Right. I keep thinking just the Dark Knight is the first one, because that's the one that first one to use the Dark Knight title. And I know it's not in the trilogy.
Yeah, Batman Begins is the first one. He wants to fulfill Ra's al Ghul's destiny.
Ra's al Ghul? Is that a Bane
Ra's
thing?
al Ghul, he was... No, well, yes and no. He was like the guy who was like in charge of the League of Shadows, which are the ninjas that trained Batman.
Batman was trained by ninjas?
Yeah. Yes, Bruce Wayne was trained by ninjas. He was a freaking celebrity, like, billionaire playboy. He had all these gadgets. DC is filled with broken characters.
I guess.
Like,
well, yeah, I can agree, but I wouldn't necessarily count Batman among them. At least not on a DC scale.
well,
Didn't Batman beat Superman in one of the movies or something?
I don't remember.
Because that would not make sense in the
I think
slightest.
so. Well, the thing is that's just because Batman's a genius.
Yeah, but still.
He has like
Superman probably has super intelligence somewhere in his underwear or something. You put the word super in front of it and suddenly that's his he has that power. That's Superman's superpower, is to make up powers.
You know what? There was also the Flash, who's like the fastest being in the universe, faster than Superman.
And yet they did the who's faster contest. Flash or Superman.
And Flash won.
Did he? I didn't pay attention. I was just laughing the whole time.
Can we stop? Can we stop talking about DC?
Alright. I had another thing I was going to bring up. It has nothing to do with that or with Minecraft, but we were playing Awesome Knots recently, right? That's one of the games we did.
Yes, we were.
And we didn't do too well, but
we played it again despite my
But
we played it again despite me saying I would never play it again because I'm an idiot.
Yeah. I think I figured out tiers.
Tiers?
Tiers. In
you
general.
finally got the hang of what... Okay.
Like, you remember in Awesome Knots I told you how everyone complains about Leon and Isla being so overpowered and easy to use?
Yep.
And yet, they're characters who you never see in really high leagues with really good players of the game. No one uses them in the pro circuit. And,
Yep.
I started to think about that. And I have a theory now. So, like, in Smash Brothers, say when Melee first came out, I bet no one used Fox. Fox was just such a boring character, no one liked him, no one played him. And then one guy used him at a tournament and kicked ass because no one knew what to do about him. No one had ever countered him before. Top tier. Because that's the thing with Leon and Isla, is that they're not used because people encounter them so much in the low leagues that everyone knows what to do when faced with one now. They're not an issue.
And do people know what to do against Fox right now? I mean, say what you will about Smash, I really never got into Fox because I could never, like, get the...
falling.
Like, oh, he can fall faster falling.
He's very
that doesn't seem like an advantage. Yeah.
Which is why no one ever used him. He was boring and unwieldy and no one liked him, and then one guy used him and now everyone likes him.
Marth, on the other hand, I like him because he's got range.
Yeah, a lot of people use him.
Nobody uses Ganondorf, though. Maybe you can...
Oh no, I've got that monopolized.
Can personally get... Yeah. No, everybody likes speed. Nobody likes power.
Yeah. I'm a power man. I'm a power upper. Power topper.
The missing fourth Triforce. The missing fourth Triforce beast. The Triforce of swiftness, I guess.
Yeah, they never got that. Is that the hole in the middle?
I guess that's the urban legend.
Captain Falcon's got that one. He's probably engraved in his champion belt. Captain Falcon raced God and won.
F-Zero GX was amazing.
Yeah, in more than one way. The story was so stupid in the... I guess I'd say the best way. Just a day in the life of Captain Falcon. He goes out in the town, he gets ambushed by bounty hunters, he wins a gets swept into a gambling race, gets attacked by bikers, and wins a Grand Prix, gets attacked by Satan, and then God shows up and he wants a piece of him too.
Just another day in the life of Captain Falcon, racing God.
It's odd to think that Nintendo started making sense at some point. Did they?
Like the beginning. Nintendo has never really made sense. They just make fun games and that nobody ever plays anymore.
It's all about gameplay over story. Which,
yeah.
I mean, story is important, but I kind of wish that a lot of these recent games would put a little more focus on gameplay. It'd be nice.
Yeah. Don't want to just run and gun anymore.
Or friggin' what are these? Walking Dead and what was the
Telltale games.
Walking Dead and The Last of Us are really story heavy.
No,
games,
no. Last of Us was actually pretty good because it actually had gameplay, and you're thinking of the two the two games are like the Walking Dead game, which is a choose your own adventure storybook type thing, and then you have The Wolf Among Us, which is the exact same game except with a different plot and different like character models and stuff, assets.
Well, right, but I've been told that The Last of Us doesn't really bring anything new to the table. It's just everyone loves it for the story.
It's essentially the gameplay is a lot similar to that of Uncharted. Well, kinda.
Uncharted was
the story's good,
wasn't it?
It was platforming and cover shooting. It was a mix of the two, like kind of like a realistic Ratchet and Clank.
I need to play more of that. Well, I guess I need to play Uncharted.
By the way,
they're the Naughty Dog games.
Oh, part 1's almost done, and you didn't build a house. You just worked on building the stairs to up above.
Well, we've got the general structure. We're getting the.
Yep.
We're gonna have to populate it in part 2, but it's stuck to the ceiling. It's not gonna go falling anywhere. I mean, the nether brick structure is probably not the most stable in the world, but it hasn't fallen yet.
You can't trust the architecture of hell.
Yeah, so we'll add a floor and everything, all those luxuries later on. But for now, that's it. We'll come back in part 2 and finish this off.
Yes, hopefully.
So is that it? Are we done?
That depends. You want to talk more shit about DC?
No, we'll save that for part 2. More shit of DC to come.
Alright, bye. Fucking hate this YouTube 2.0 bullshit.